Welcome to How the Heck Do I Promote? This is going to be 5 calls over 5 days. And you guys can ask any question you want, receive facilitation, get clarity. But I was really looking at, right now, the reality is with everybody being at home and COVID and coronavirus and people not working and being on the computer, there is so much advertising and selling and promotion. And even in the access world, like it's even been a little bit much for me to even look at. And I'm like, okay, so how do I stand out? But it really, Michelle and I were talking, and one of the things that I think makes the biggest difference is the personal connection. Is because how do you stand out in a sea is you make somebody feel like they're nurtured and cared for. How do you stand out? Not from let me do what everybody tells me to do, not let me figure out a formula, but like what's your authentic way of buying things? And what's your authentic way of connecting with people and energies? And if you can discover what those are, promotion is actually as easy as sharing your favorite book, as easy as talking about your favorite dish at your favorite restaurant, right? Like, how many of you have a point of view that someone needs to choose your favorite dish at your favorite restaurant? Or you're like, oh my God, this is so delicious, you should go try it. And then you let it go and you don't ever care if they did or not. But when we go to share our stuff, we're like, oh, I better get it right. Oh, I better, instead of just being so enthusiastic to invite them to the possibility, and you don't care if they choose it or not. How many of you are avoiding promotion to avoid receiving? The idea that you would judge you for the fact that it's for you, or that you would judge what you're sharing because it's for you. So Gary said, if promotion feels heavy, it's because you are avoiding changing your life. He also said, if promotion feels heavy, not only, well, I'm going to expand on this, not only are you avoiding changing your life, you're avoiding changing the lives of other people. When I choose something, I rarely choose it based on what someone says. I choose it based on the energy the person is being. And so this is where people in this reality, marketing, promotion, like, and you guys will get it in access. Like, you guys will see classes. I've done it. You guys will see me promote a class and it's like a little wonky in your world. You'll see me promote a class and you're like, I want that one. None of it's right or wrong. It's just what resonates with you in the moment. But the value is, and you named it, the energy you're being, congruent with your words, congruent with the invitation. I mean, sometimes the best invitations have the least amount of words. Do we actually have a problem with sharing things that light us up? Or do we have a problem receiving? So, because guess what? You promote something and someone doesn't like it, you're receiving judgment. You promote something and someone does like it, you could receive money, you could receive contribution, you could receive acknowledgement. So how many of you have decided you have to build your businesses or build what you love working really hard? Aha. So Marisol raised her hand, Beata's nodding. So everything that is times a godzillion, we just join on create it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all 9 shorts, boys and beyonds. So start noticing who energetically you're buying from. And then you want to ask, like, what is it about them that I'm buying? What is it? The class? Is it their energy? Is it what they're being? Is it how they're speaking? Is it because of a video? Like, what are the things that when you're watching something and you want to buy it, whether you buy it or not, What are the elements in buying it that drew you to buy it or draw you to want to buy it? And what I've noticed is the places where I have a judgment on me about something is the places where I go unaware when I'm buying stuff. So I buy from people, if I have a judgment about an area of my life I need to change, then I will buy based on the promise that that person promises, the result they promise to deliver, rather than use my awareness to ask the question, will this contribute to a different? So do you guys notice you will go unaware and buy based on the result somebody promises you? It's why consciousness is, I'm not going to say a harder sell, is just really different. Because you're not selling a result, you're inviting a possibility. And it's a really different place to receive money for opening the door to possibilities for people instead of receiving money based on, I'm going to promise you this result. I'm sorry, but access can't promise results. It can promise possibilities, but it's up to each of you to choose that. And so where we get stuck, or where we have gotten stuck, is, oh, I need to come up with a promise. I need to come up with a result. No, you need to be the possibility. You guys are so cute. You think you have to deliver people results. Like, I will take clients and I go, oh, nothing's going to change in their world, but they're desperate and they've been doing it for 20 years. So it's not my problem. And it's so funny, when I have that point of view, something in their world will usually change. I wonder if you started asking, so like, is promotion heavy, or is receiving the life of ease that expands your life and others' life? Have you decided something about you if you were to have a life of fun and ease? If you were to get paid for access, wow. Everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all nine shorts, boysian. So how many of you have decided you need to have a real job in order to do what you really love? Okay. Anyone else decide you need to have a real job, okay, in order to do what you really love? Okay, right. Krista, I kind of knew that about you. I got that. So everything that is times a godzillion, we destroy and uncreate it, please. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all nine shorts, boys. So look at the energy of having a real job, whatever that is for you. Light or heavy? Just look at it, you guys. There's no right or wrong. I just want you guys to look at it for each of you, because it'll give you information. Whew. Right, wrong, good, bad, pock, pot, all nine shorts, boys and beyonds. Woo! Wow. Okay, so now look at the energy of receiving money for doing what you love. Okay, what points of views, truth, what points of views do you have about receiving money for doing what you love? So Beata says it's not possible in this reality. What's your point of view of getting paid for what you love? What if the question was, what does promotion look like for me? Right? What's the energy that adds to me rather than detracts from me? So one of the things that I started doing again, that I used to do really well, is personal connection. right? And some of you are on this call and receive personal videos from me. I've been doing Facebook Lives and like, hey, if you want a personal video from me, send me a message and I'll send you a personal video. And I've literally done it for people that have never taken a class from me. And they asked for a personal message and I like personal videoed, and Michelle and I were talking. I'm like, how cool would it be if we could set up a system where I was literally giving a 60-second message to people who are asking to receive a personal message from me. Because personal, like growing businesses, growing your private practice, growing whatever it is you choose to grow, it's like, why do you choose one hairdresser over the other? I mean, yes, they might have a little bit more skills, but it's how you feel about them. This is the gift of this. And, you know, I mean, like promoting consciousness is such a different thing because we're promoting to people who are aware, and we're promoting to people who want to be aware, and we're promoting to people who have maybe cut off their awareness but are seeking something. Because then there's promoting for people like humans who don't actually want to be aware. There's also being willing to allow humans to pay you, even if they're not necessarily like in alignment. If that makes sense. It's willing to receive from all people who could be a contribution. But you literally, so as long as those points of views that you have are there, can you create the life you're asking for?